Hi, and welcome to another episode of SunSweetCooking. Today, we'll be cooking a delicious Thanksgiving turkey dinner. I'm thankful for my pets, my family, and most importantly, viewers like you. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. But let's get started. That's better. Now, to make this Thanksgiving turkey, we'll need all of our ingredients, so let's get them. Whoa, look at it, it's all here already. That's amazing. We've got all of our ingredients. Our turkey, our 12-pound turkey, that's a really big turkey. Our onions, our carrots, our celery, our temperature gun, our spices, salt and pepper, and last but not least, our clarified butter or ghee. Like and subscribe because we'll be having a video about that soon, and it's pretty easy. We've got our turkey in our pan, and you want to open your turkey up into your pan. Don't throw out anything except the wrapping. You want to get at all the organs that you can. Now it's time to butter our bird. No, clarified butter our bird. Regular butter will burn while clarified butter will not burn. That's a lot of beans. But we want to take our clarified butter, also known as ghee, and massage it all over the bird. And don't forget the underside. After we massage the bird, then we'll want to season it. Now it's time to add our seasonings. Let's add the pepper first. That's a little hard to say. Add some here, on the legs, wings, all over the top. But not like so thick that you can't see the bird underneath. Now for the salt. Want to do the same. And now the sage and the thyme. Be careful with the sage, it has a strong flavor. Now it's time to insert our probes. You want to insert that one probe into the thigh, which is part of the dark meat, and another one, and another probe into the light meat, which is part of the breast. Well, the breast is part of the white meat, and you want to insert the probe that you're putting into the breast at an angle, because the breastbone is running right down the center. We want to use two probes too, because the dark meat and the light meat cook at different rates. So now I've inserted my probes. Now it's time to add our veggies. You want to put them all around the chicken. Well, I mean the turkey. But don't worry about placing them once. The reason we're placing in the veggies is for the gravy, because it'll be really good. And well, the veggies add the yummy flavor to the gravy too. I bet this is gonna be super yummy. Now we got our veggies all in. Now we put our veggies in the tray. Please join me at the stove. Now it's time to cook our turkey. We're gonna be cooking the duck meat first on our stove top. You'll want to have it on medium heat. We'll cook the light meat in the oven. Speaking of oven, we should probably preheat it to 350. Make sure it's on bake, not broil. Our turkey has been cooking for about 10 minutes. It looks really hot, and if you look closely, you can see steam coming off. Our turkey and the dog meat is about 120 here. It's about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty close. But we're gonna have to let it sit till it reaches at least 165. That is a safe cooking temperature for poultry or meats like turkeys and chicken. Now that our dog meat is at 165 degrees Fahrenheit, now it's time to continue cooking the light meat in the oven. Let's turn off the burner first. Now it's time to put it in the oven. There we go. Now to close up the oven. There we go. Now we want to let it cook for several hours until the white meat reaches the internal temperature. You'll want to cook your turkey for a couple of hours. Now I cannot say how many hours is to cook yours for because your bed may be larger than ours. But you want to cook it till it reaches internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to pull it out then because the bird will continue cooking even when it's out of the oven to 165 degrees from something called radiant heat. If you pull your bird out at 165, then your bird may cook up to 170 or 175, and no one likes dry turkey meat. Gross. Yeah. While your turkey is cooking, you can take advantage of the time by making the side dishes for your Thanksgiving dinner. See my videos for some good ideas like mashed potatoes.
346 minutes later.
I have pulled my turkey out of my oven, and now we want to transfer it to a large cutting board to let it cool down. Because when we let it cool down, all the good juices will soak into the deep into the turkey, and we want that. And it'll make our gravy a lot better. If you see any brown bits on the bottom of your pan when you're making the roux, scrape it up. That is a delicious flavor. I've reduced all the water out of my pan. Now it's time to add the flour to make our roux. Maybe I should do. The roux will get cakey, but don't worry, that's okay. There we go. Now we want to mix it up. I've got my flour all mixed up into my roux. Now it's time to add our stock. You can use beef stock or any kind of stock, but I have turkey stock to add it. You'll want to add it little by little while you're mixing it up. There we go. And now it's time to stir it up. The stock, is what makes gravy gravy. This looks so delicious. I really want to try it. But I know I have to wait because I know it'll taste better with the turkey. Now, you see all that stuff in there? It'd be hard removing it by hand. So we're gonna put it through a strainer. We're gonna take out all the big pieces for later discard. First I gotta test my tongs. Yep, they're fine. Don't worry about the smaller bits, we'll strain them out.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
There we go. Now it's time to strain it. I'll be using a ladle. My special ladle. I mean ladle, not ladle. And we'll be placing it through the sieve or mini colander. Don't worry, the handles have cooled down. After a while, you'll notice the strainer gets full of all the stuff from the gravy. You'll want to use a wooden spoon to press the gravy into the sieve. Well, I mean, strain it so that it gets through. It may take a while, but this makes the best gravy. We're still at work, but the hard work will pay off with the tasty reward. And because you worked hard on it now, you won't have to work hard with it. And because you made it, it'll be delicious. I think I got most of the gravy out. Now we're gonna put all the leftovers into our handy bowl. Look at all the stuff that was left in the gravy. That was all that yummy flavor. Wow, that is a lot of stuff. I'm gonna take my tongs and put all this leftover stuff into the strainer to see what other gravy I can get out. mistakes do happen. And even the greatest chefs of the future, they make mistakes. I should have asked one of my parents for help moving that big and heavy plate. If you don't feel safe doing something, always ask your parents for help. I really want to taste test the gravy. Oh my gosh, that is so delicious. It is yum-alicious times infinity. I bet it will taste even better with the cake. Don't tell anybody. But now it's time to cut up the turkey. But I don't feel safe doing it, so I'm gonna ask my parents for help. My parents have helped me carve the turkey. Oh, and special thanks to Ragusea because he inspired this recipe. Now, time for the taste test. Oh yeah, that's so much better than having the turkey just plain. That is so yum-alicious. I think this might be the best meal I've cooked yet. Again, thank you, Adam. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner. And if you decide to make this delicious meal to help out your friends or family, please let me know. I'd love to hear. Yeah. Goodbye for now. Get inside.